So the 2026 Daytona 500 is officially in the books, and there was a lot of good from this past weekend, both on and off the track, and there were some areas of improvement. But looking at the races in particular, the Craftsman Truck Series without a doubt had the best race of the weekend. As much bump drafting and leaning on each other as they did, it's amazing that there were no real big pileups in that race. And then that 4-wide photo finish was excellent. Chandler Smith pretty much letting the seas part in front of him and getting Front Row Motorsports back into Daytona victory lane in the Truck Series. As for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, it's really same song, different verse, as Austin Hill gets yet another super speedway win for Richard Childress Racing. And this O'Reilly Auto Parts field just cannot seem to figure out how to beat him. They don't learn that you have to really work together and be almost perfect to get around them, because these RCR cars, both Austin Hill and Jesse Love, are just that strong and dominant on these tracks. So it's amazing to me that they haven't figured it out. They're instead really working against each other and handing Austin Hill the win, which he will take every time. And with Sunday's Daytona 500, fuel strategy was the big thorn in the side of super speedway racing once again, as you have these drivers running around in 3 wide at 50 or 60% throttle. Not really much of an exciting show, and you know, that's something that NASCAR is going to have to address in the near future. It's become such a glaring issue on these super speedways. Now, what the fix could be, I couldn't sit here and tell you exactly what would fix it. I think what would need to be tried is doing away with these cautions at the end of the stage breaks. Let these races play out organically, much like NASCAR did at the road courses a couple years ago. But we've got to give props to NASCAR. They made 2 great calls over this race weekend. Number one being moving up the start time an hour, giving them a little bit of a buffer between the weather coming in and trying to fit this race in. Ultimately, rain was not a factor, and even fans had a little bit of time to get out of the stands, get in their vehicles, and hopefully get where they needed to go before the weather came in. Another winning call I think NASCAR made, surprisingly to me, was not throwing a caution on that last lap, because that was such a big crash, so many cars involved on the front straightaway after they took the white flag. I thought there's no way that they're going to let them race this out, and I figured a caution would be out by the time they got to turn 3. Instead, NASCAR let it play out, see what happened, and we did have another big crash coming to the start-finish line. But Tyler Reddick, he gets the win, so congratulations to him and 2311 Racing, who are now the 2026 Daytona 500 champions.